Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So over the weekend, it's been announced, not confirmed, but announced that there was some interest in both parties between Ben Simmons and James Harden being, switched back and forth. I mean, this has been a rumor that's kind of been around for a while now. And yeah, over the course of the weekend, Steve Nash is like, no, we're not trading James Harden. And then you hear reports saying that he is going to get traded, and nobody really knows what's going on. So the latest thing that I read this morning from Legion Hoops here is that the Nets are reportedly open to a Ben Simmons, James Harden trade as long as Seth Curry is packaged in the deal. And my first initial thought was, hey, Steve Nash said that they're not going to trade James Harden. But also my mindset is, well, that's just the smart PR choice to say. Why, especially if you're the coach and you're the leader of the team like that, why say a guy's going to get traded until it actually happens? Because if James Harden doesn't get traded, then it leads to tension in the locker room. So I don't really know what to believe here, man, but I thought it would be a fun video to discuss, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a trade together for both sides, and then we're going to do a small NBA trade deadline rebuild in which we get both these teams, the rosters looking right for the remainder of the NBA season, man. So yeah, if you guys don't mind leaving a like and, of course, subscribing to the channel would be greatly appreciated. I do plan on covering, everything NBA trade deadline, plan on doing a live stream, all that good stuff until the trade deadline actually passes, right? So here we go. Let's hop over to NBA 2K22 and put this trade together here, man. So I thought it was kind of funny with Seth Curry. By the way, these ratings are kind of interesting. I just did a start today roster type of thing. So looks like more higher ratings, but across the board. So in reality, that's going to kind of make everything the same. But I think about it like this. I think of almost like DLC. Buy one Ben Simmons, get that sharpshooter DLC content for free, man. So yeah, it's they know Ben Simmons can't shoot, so we want a sharpshooter in return too. I totally get that. But yeah, we're gonna do a very baseline type of trade. Like I said, so many factors could go into this. Could be a 3-team trade, we don't really know. But let's do, here we go, man. Ben Simmons, and we got, where's he at? Seth Curry in exchange for James Harden. I feel like that is the baseline type of move. Yes, you can argue maybe Tyrese Maxey's, and maybe you can argue the Nets send back some more assets, but okay, even with this, okay, so we got to also toss another player just to make that all work. But yeah, we'll go ahead and toss in James Johnson. Is he even on the team in real life? I don't think he is, but yeah, let's toss him on there anyway. So here we go, something like that. Not saying that's the end all be all trade, but something along those lines is gonna be the baseline of this little mini rebuild thing. So yes, over for the Philadelphia 76ers. By the way, I think I did turn fatigue off, so that should be fine. We're looking at Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. Now, obviously, too, there's talks about Tobias Harris potentially being traded. I don't know if I would personally do that. At this point, I actually like Tobias playing off Joel Embiid. I like him as a third scoring option. And, you have such friendly contracts and guys like Tyrese Maxey that it makes, Tobias's contract a little bit more doable, I guess. At least maybe wait till the NBA trade, or I'm sorry, till the NBA offseason to do something about him. But I think for now, that's enough of a switch up getting James Harden where you just kind of go through it. Tobias Harris in years past, I mean, I don't know what his numbers are exactly this season because this is not real start today, so it's not a good indicator. But yeah, always that 20-point per game score. Yeah, in the playoffs he can kind of struggle at times, but if he can be this type of guy as a third option, I think that works out phenomenally, man. I feel like having James Harden is going to open up more things for Tobias Harris, in the catch and shoot game, with even, him penetrating to the basket and stuff like that. So I like it. Then obviously you got the connection of James Harden with Joel Embiid, and really essentially having all shooters around Joel Embiid and just how great that is. I mean, you replace Ben Simmons with Tyrese Maxey, who can stretch the floor. And look what it's done as far as Joel Embiid having probably his best season ever, right, man? I mean, probably the leader for MVP, at least top 3 for sure. So yeah, I feel like this is enough of a switch up where maybe you don't do too much more. Looking at the rest of the roster, you still got Shake Milton, you got Cork, you got Matisse Thybulle, you got Andre Drummond. Niang's been pretty solid at times too. This is a nice 10-man rotation to go into the playoffs. And yeah, as far as I think Danny Green get about 22 minutes a game is fine. Let's get James Harden play a little more. Get about 34 right there. I like that. And let's get 30 to Tyrese Maxey. I like the lineup, man. I like the lineup. So we're going to, stick it out with that. That's going to be their big-time trade. I do want to go to the coaching also. 4-star post-centric. Let's kind of focus on Joel Embiid, which I'm okay with. In this case, James Harden has to play more let's actually pull up his stats from last season real quick here. Yeah, last season, 25 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds per game. And this is kind of an indicator of, looking at his Houston days where the scoring numbers were way up. James Harden, on this team, you're a second option. You're a second option. You should be the primary ball handler, making plays for others and stuff like that, but you better feed that bitch-ass ball to Joel Embiid at all times. ain't even joking, at all times, and let him open things up for you with situationally if he's on the bench, or maybe you do that clutch basket. Like, yeah, you can run the isolation, the old hero ball style that you ran at Houston, and go from there. But yeah, I think really it's going to come down to James Harden, his attitude, which I know is a little bit of a concern, you know, from 76er fan bases, where it's like, well, we just put up with Ben Simmons and that attitude, and we all know James Harden can be a little bit of the diva-ish side himself. So, okay, looking over at the Brooklyn Nets now, so I have no idea what this lineup's going to be looking like. At this point, okay, so yeah, Kyrie's point guard. I guess, yeah, Kyrie at point guard. KD go back to small forward. Honestly speaking, I don't hate the idea of Ben Simmons at center. I really don't. But, you know, I feel like with him out there, you know, you put him out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, who got that mid-range game and everything like that, can help space things out a little bit. Like, LaMarcus probably is the guy playing on the outside and stuff. But then again, Ben Simmons, you know, not being the primary ball handler, it's something he's not completely used to either. So, could be a little bit of growing pains, not going to lie. But, okay, let's get his position looking right. So, small forward for, oh, wait, I skipped it. Where we at? Yo, what am I doing, man? Okay, here we go. Okay, so positions. Come on, 2K. We're going to go Seth Curry, shooting guard, point guard. Cool with that. Kevin Durant, small forward, secondary, power forward. Cool with that. Joe Harris, small forward, shooting guard. Cool with that. Kyrie, point guard, shooting guard. Yup. Patty Mills. I forgot Patty Mills was still on the team, man. And then Ben Simmons, primary power forward. Let's go secondary. I'm going to go secondary center. I want Ben Simmons playing on the inside. We've tried point guard Ben Simmons out there before. This team already has enough ball handlers as is. He doesn't got to play point guard, man. He got to learn to control the ball, but also from a different position, man. Like, if he's handling it, the rock, and playing center, that could be dangerous, man. Like, can you imagine, like, bitch-ass Mason Plumlee trying to, like, keep up with him or something at center? That's all I'm trying to say. So, okay, so as of right now, we're playing at Kyrie, Seth, Joe, Ben Simmons, LaMarcus Aldridge. This for the bench unit right here. And then obviously once Kevin Durant's back from his injury, he's incorporated, you know, into the lineup. And then you have a guy like Joe Harris or Seth Curry coming off the bench, depending on what you want to do right there. You know, Ben Simmons' defense and everything is going to help out this team so much. So I still think in the long run, I would like them to get a little bit younger at the center position. You know, Marcus Aldridge is fine right now. He's actually had a pretty good season, but, you know, obviously not a long-term thing. But I think for now, this is probably the move, man. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate the NBA season right here. Once Kevin Durant is healthy, I will put him into the lineup, and we'll see how both these teams do. Okay, guys, we're at the end of the NBA season. So looking at the end of the season right here for the Brooklyn Nets, I don't think Kevin Durant's back yet. No, he is. Okay, he is back now, so that should be good to go there. But, like, the team, more W's than L's. Currently, they're on an 8th game losing streak, so you can't really get too much worse than that. I guess a 9-game winning streak would probably be worse. But, yeah, let me make sure KD's back in here. And, okay, so, yeah, Kevin Durant looks like he literally just got healthy in time for the playoffs, which is good, man, which is good. He's, you know, 98 overall, ready to go, 37 minutes per game. Ben Simmons, Kyrie out there, Seth Curry. I love the lineup. And as far as who's following the rotation, I'm going to go with Bruce Brown. You'll get some minutes over Bembry. I like the glue guy type of mentality that Bruce Brown brings. Although Bembry hustles out there too. So, yeah, that's going to be the lineup there, man. Let's go with the player stats on the season. So, I guess we got one more game here against the Pacers. Simulate through date, and first the W on the season, man. So, Giannis MVP, Evan Mobley Rookie of the Year, Kevin Love as 6-man Giannis Defensive Player, Darius Garland Most Improved, and Monty Williams Coach of the Year, All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third, with James Harden making that on the 76ers, but also Ben Simmons making it too, man. That was missing most of the season, so that could just be 2K being 2K, but also a pretty good indicator of how he might fit in with this team, at least according to 2K, which, you know, grain of salt. It's more so the baseline for the discussion, right? Like, I like using 2K to, like, talk over and everything. But, yeah, Philly finished first. Brooklyn 5th. Philly seemed like a W move, man. Just saying. Let's go to the player stats on the season. So we got Ben Simmons. Let's go to his split stats since joining the team, which is roughly since the All-Star break. And that's going to put him at 18 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists per game, and that's playing power forward, man. That is beautiful. 3 steals. The defense he would bring this team to, man. Even shooting a 3, 50% off 0.2 attempts per game. Damn. I don't know, man. Looking pretty good over there for the Nets. And then looking over at the 76ers, check out James Harden and Joel Embiid, and Tobias Harris, I guess, too. So James Harden, 24, 7, and 8, but specifically since joining the team, averaging 23 points. Yeah, 8 rebounds, 8 assists per game. So roughly the same numbers. even shot a little bit less, but higher efficiency, which is great, and about 40% from 3. And then even like Joel Embiid, how'd he play? So before All-Star break, we know that these numbers aren't like true because it's 2K, which shows that Embiid's stats in this game are just jacked up for whatever reason. But yeah, 20 points, 14 rebounds per game. I'm thinking close to 25 points per game and stuff like that, man. Obviously with the good defense. Then Tobias Harris playing as the third option. I'll solidify third option. Scoring went down a little bit, but efficiency roughly the same, which is good. You know, less of a roll, but I mean, still a good roll, but that 3-point shot actually dropped quite a bit at about 40 or 34%. I don't like that too much, but also not the worst in the world. So here we go. Let's go ahead and simulate the playoffs and see what happens here, man. So see if either one of these teams can make it on to the second round. Simulate round right here. And we got the Nets making it and the Philadelphia 76ers. So give us that matchup, man. I'm all here for it. It'll be some very entertaining basketball. Like, ooh, can you imagine those away games for Ben Simmons at the 76ers? Like, that would be insane. Also, another thing to know here, too, is that I think out of, like, the last, like, 29 games I read that Kyrie's only able to play in 10 of them. So that would also make a difference. So, yeah, man, very baseline thing right here about what we're going through. But, yes, so we got simulate rounds, and we have the Brooklyn Nets being eliminated in a 7-game series. James Harden moving on, man. So, what an entertaining series that would be. But here we go, Philly against Toronto. Simulate round here, and swept them 4-0. And we have an NBA matchup that I think very well could be real. Like, this could definitely happen. The 76ers and the Warriors. Simulate rounds. And there we have it, man. Daryl, pull it off, man. You are asking for a top 25 player. That is what is potentially being offered up. I don't know the Nets situation, but if this is an offer that they truly want, James Harden for Ben Simmons and Seth Curry. No, I'm sorry. James Harden and Seth Curry for Ben Simmons. And you deny that, you're stupid and you're going against everything you're saying, because you're literally getting your top 25 player. You're literally getting that. So, yeah, we'll see what happens over the days here, man. But that's all we got for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Joel Embiid, trust in the process, win that Finals MVP. Peace out, my friends.